What's up, y'all? Jeffery at Jeffery TV, coming to you live on Memorex from the ultimate remote location. Modified default route. Returning the rental car. So I'm out here on Market Street, farther south than I'm used to going. In fact, I think my daughter works in that building right there. That's how far south I am. Way past Hertz Rent-A-Car where I dropped the car off. And I get there, and there's a note on the door saying that they had to return the car, and there's nobody there. So I'm out walking. So I figured, instead of waiting on them, I might as well go ahead and get some steps. In fact, I think that is where my daughter works, I think that's Mercy Health, I think. Right there, you see it? I think that's it. It looked like the building I'll be dropping her off and picking her up, which I'll be doing probably tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. Anyway, the reason I wanted to cut this on, since I haven't walked this far south on Market Street, I wanted to go ahead and fire it up, shoot some commentary, blah, blah, since I don't, usually make it down this far. Good show last night. You know what about the show last night? Hold on, I gotta do something with my, shirt here. My warm-up jacket, I should say. Because these warm-up jackets, I believe in them. I believe in warm-up jackets. I believe in warm-up jackets. Flip over. I believe in warm-up jackets. I do. Because once you come out, you're cold. And then you walk, you warm up, you don't need it anymore. And that's the thing about warm-up jackets. Once you don't need them, you don't need them. Then you gotta carry them. And you gotta tie them around your waist. And for some reason, when I tie this around my waist, I always think of Charles Barkley. What would Charles Barkley say about a man tying his sweater? How's that look? Can you see what that look like from behind? You see the Steeler thing? Speaking of Steelers, I wore the jersey in Pittsburgh at the P-Funk show in Pittsburgh. Of course, everybody was loving it. Folks was loving it, of course. Good show. And maybe it's me, maybe it's coincidence, but when I saw the size of the stage and heard the house music, the DJ house music, I knew it was gonna be a good show. Just in my mind, again, the stage could be too big. For Parliament Funkadelic, I have to say, I think the stage could be too big. And I don't know whether if they can't hear each other or whatever, but when the stage is too big, it's sloggy. It feels sloggy and, more methodical, I guess, more monotonous. Not monotonous, methodical, where everything's like thought out and they just don't well in it. It's like, ding, ding. Not that even though they did, they did it last night. Yeah, and I think it was Jump. It went off the rails and it was so good. Maybe a lot of people won't appreciate it. But on Jump, Mr. Clinton let it go. And it went completely off the rails like the old days. It was just whatever. And it was so good. I missed it. So it was good to hear. And then it was good how the band got it back. Start playing it in, to get it back into sync or whatever. And I always enjoy that part. And then Mr. Clinton even broke it down. Or was it the Go-Go Beat on Booty? One of them, again, just let that son of a bitch play for like 15, 20 minutes. Just staying in it and just break it down. And I think Mr. Scheider was doing some guitar licks that were very important to me in that groove. And they just let it go. And like I said, when I saw the size of the stage, and how close I was to it, to the amps and stuff, and the height of the stage, which was like probably at my waist. So it was like right there, you know, even though they had the barrier and the, you know, walkway in front of the stage, it was like right there, front row. You know, it was also good to get there and see the Pittsburgh folk. Again, I love being Jeffery. You know, I go to a city, see George Strait, Brother Funky, like I know folks know me. I just say, hey, Funkster Jones, maybe, in fact, Funkster Jones may be one of the greatest Funketeer fans there is. And we chopping it up, talking, running to him. It's an honor to know him. Let alone that I got to invite to P Haven. I'm gonna take advantage of it. You know I don't be going to see nothing or do things with people, but that one I'm gonna make sure I get the video or some audio in there. Oh, this is geese. This is bird doo-doo on the ground. You see it? This is like bird doo-doo. That's not dog doo-doo. That's like bird and geese doo-doo. All the way up and down this thing. I do see them around here sometimes. But anyhow, y'all probably want to see what's going on where I'm at. Down here, I think this is where all the car places are, car sales, and a few medical offices. In fact, the medical office that I went to, that I was calling a hack, quote unquote, he did something to my, he did something kind of really quick to my toe, and it felt better for like 1 second. Then as soon as I started walking, it didn't. So he really didn't do nothing. Then he prescribed some cream I spent $25 for that I ain't got 8 tons of it. I ain't gonna never use. So custom foot orthotics, yeah. And see, and the funny thing is he came out with like clippers and some spray. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Numb it and cut it off. Not the toe, but the problem. But he, cut this little bit off and said it'd be better, and he left. And it wasn't. It wasn't the problem. So that kind of pissed me off. And then I made another appointment with another podiatrist, and they didn't show up. They were supposed to be at 9 o'clock, and they didn't show up. I was like, what the hell? And then finally I was like, you know what? I'll do this myself. I went to Walgreens, got some stuff, cut that damn thing off myself. And it worked. Then I think it's growing back. And it did say that to have a professional do it, because if you don't, it'll probably grow back. And so that's what I'm just gonna keep cutting it off every 3 months. I don't care. Because it's too hard to make a podiatrist appointment. Not hard, but blah, 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 blah. Anyway. Yeah, the show last night was good. It was good. It was like smaller stage. It was like right there. I could hear the amps and the house speakers, and when they dialed the sound in good, there was a lot of nice bass. Horns may have been too loud a couple of times. And one time, in fact, Mr. Boyer's mic that he was using wasn't working. And in mid-solo, he went back to his mic. He had walked center stage to do it, and then it wasn't working. You see the sound man come running around, with urgency, which was good. And then he just went back to his regular position. And then when great Mr. Thomas came over to play on that mic, I was like, it don't work. And then it did work. And Mr. Thomas killed it, of course. Mr. Kevin Oliver, his tone, and what he did on the solo. And I will say this, that P-Funk is too long. Them solos is too long. That's just like bleh. But you know what, yesterday, there was no shaking the gate, other than my mama told me, there was no pull power, don't get low. it was just a good show. It was just a good energy. It was just, again, this don't look like a band just trying to quit for whatever reason. The morale or what, I don't know. The energy, maybe because they had a day off yesterday. I don't know, they had a day off yesterday. You know, got some rest, you know, go to the hotel, get food, whatever. But this good energy, they opened with Chocolate City. Mr. Clinton cut it. Said, yeah. He started it. I guess people was looking at him funny or whatever. He cut it short. Went right into Aqua Boogie. Good energy, Aqua Boogie. And I think they went in knee deep, good energy. And then at a certain point they played One Nation. And they went right into Flashlight after that. It was just good energy. It was just good. I still don't get R&B Skeletons in the Closet, even though it's getting better, whatever better means. And that P-Funk is too long. Them solos is too long. That's just, like, oh my God. So for those of us standing up anyway, if I was sitting in my chair, high, if I was sitting in a chair with a nice buzz, you know, it would be a nice little break. And maybe that's what they're doing, a break. Mr. Hampton's Maggot Brain was good. He had some antics, of course. It came out good. I'm telling you, every time he have antics, it'd be good. You can tell, and you can tell on that first note. As soon as you hear that, you'd be like, okay. Okay. How you hit that first note, I can usually tell. Maybe because it's the sound and the tone of the playing that I really maybe focus on or, you know, give a lot of value to. But because I just like that tone. You know, it's steely, I call it steely kind of, it's sharp sound that he had. And if you hit that note, depending on how I hit that note, how much effect he got on it, or how he hit it, or whatever. And I still think when he want to play it right, he can. And whatever right means. Right doesn't mean anything other than what Jeffery think right is, which is completely subjective and can probably change from day to day. But it's just good. It's just good. Mr. Scheider was doing stuff. Mr. Curry doing stuff back there. I be hearing him. And again, how he just laying that 8-hour P-Funk song and don't be missing a note or don't be messing up. And by messing up, I mean playing that note or that line to a point that where it doesn't fit in to the groove or to the rhythm that I had locked in on. Because I lock in on it. I'll lock in on it. That do do do. You hear me put that in it, that extra drum thing that I can't stand? You hear me automatically put that there? Do 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 do. Or that extra drum pad thing. Now put it in there. See, that's the problem. That's the problem with the whole thing. Slippery slope. Next thing you know, we're gonna be singing Mary Had a Little Lamb in the middle of P-Funk. Actually, some people do take liberties and play other songs. Non-P-Funk, eccentric songs. Pink Panther being one of them. Doing something that's supposed to be pure funk. P stands for pure. Look on the Motor Booty Affair album, the P stands for pure. And that's funk apogee, the culmination of a nation. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that. Next thing you know, we're gonna be, and I will say this, and it did used to not offend me, but when Mr. Clinton be saying them chants, like the shit goddamn over knee deep or over a song that ain't supposed to be sung on, you know? Like if he was to say shit goddamn get off your ass to jam during One Nation. That don't fit. That's two different like eras or genres or two different vibes or vibrations. And I didn't like he was like, I ain't fucking with you. I really didn't like that in the middle of knee deep. You know, I was like, no, that's not the vibe. That's not the vibe. You know, but now you got me saying it. Cause I'd be like, I ain't fucking with you. I say it before he say it. And then last night, when he came up to say it, to do it, he just let the groove go. They were stretching it out. They just let that groove go. Dun, 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 dun. And just let him play it. Oh, it was good. He just let it play for a long time. Clap your hands together. Clap your hands. You hear the clap. Have my eyes closed. You hear that band just laying on that. Oh my God. I missed that. I missed that. You know, lately, it's been day and age of, you know, just playing the songs, getting them done, and not just like, you know, vamping them or whatever you call it, just playing it. Oh, it was good to have that. And also I'm getting it. Darlene Dowdell was next to me, you know, messing with her, Funky Jones' niece. And there's a lot of people, you know what I mean? Because this, you know, it's something being Jeffery Scott Mitchell. You know, going to a city, knowing people know you know, camaraderie over the P-Funk stuff, and, you know, they excited, you excited. You know, some people get really excited, you know, about the show and stuff. You know, people are like, oh, I couldn't sleep last night. Oh, it's been da-da-da. It's been 2 years, remember? I've been a P-Funk fan since da-da-da-da-da. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, okay, I got you, dog. Uh-oh, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hurt myself? Am I gonna hurt myself? Uh-oh. How are we gonna do this? Should I turn around and walk backwards? What if I fall? Oh, the grass feels, it's got a good grip. I feel safe. There's not a lot of sidewalks around here, remember I was telling you? Not a lot of sidewalks. This is not conducive to walking. And I'd rather be safe than walk out there with them cars. I ain't gonna say that the population here, the driving population, ain't the most educated. I'm gonna say they focused and simple driving, nothing nuanced or complicated. And they may or may not be used to having any nuance additions to what they're used to doing every day. Like seeing, you know, a pedestrian. Like this guy up here walking. I don't like walking on this part of the road. Look like he walking like he used to it. I ain't the one. I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna walk as far away from the road as I can. I'm gonna walk on this side. And I will walk over on them rocks and grass. In fact, up there, you see that strip of grass up there? I'm gonna cross over and walk on that. Or, what I was doing before, I was walking through the car dealership parking lot. Cause I guess, to say that I don't trust the cars and stuff, that's probably the truth. That is probably the truth. I probably don't trust them. And I feel not justified in that trust in them, but I feel it's proper not to put your trust in it. You to maintain the responsibility of your safety, take it out of their hands as much as you can. But anyway, show was good. Jump went off the rail. Cause I remember after the show, I was like, I like how Jump went off the rail. And he was like, cause Brandy wasn't there. I was like, yeah, blame Brandy. Cause it just went off. It was like, and it was nice. And I think Mr. Clinton afterwards pointed at me like, you like that? I was like, I kinda do. I really kinda do. And then they let the go-go song, Booty. Now why they gonna, I understand that badass go-go beat and letting the band just lay on it and figure out stuff. And God's weapon is doing stuff. I'm catching him doing stuff on the guitar, doing a little extra thingy. Because when I hear extra thingy, it gets my attention. I turn to look to see who's playing it. And I'm like, oh, I like that. I like that lick, if it's called a lick or a riff or whatever. Oh, I like that. And just let that go-go beat play and let the guitars fall into something. You know, with Mr. Curry and Mr. Benzel Cowan on bass and drum, Mr. Bedrosian and the horns, they figure out something. They usually figure out something very interesting that I really like. If they allow, you know, if they give it that time. So they said, Benzel said, Mr. Benzel Cowan said, you know, sound check. They like sound check for an hour. So like it's like they sit it down there, played the whole show during sound check. I was like, I think that's good. I think that's, you know, not so, you know, like a rehearsal kind of, just to get a feel for this or that, you know. But I knew when I saw that stage, the size of it, it was gonna be a good show. I did. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. It's just something about stage size. Like I said, I think a stage could be too big for P-Funk. I think a stage in a venue can be too big for the kind of music that to achieve the kind of energy that I like in the music. How about, is that a good way to put it? To achieve the kind of energy and agility that I like in the music. I don't think you can really, you may or may not be able to get that in a bigger place. But it was good. It was really good. It's really good. I think that's the last one. 10 shows. I think I'm done. So far until some new ones, I'm ready for some more. I'm just fucking ready for some more, and I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, because it's so fulfilling. I love it so much, but I'm just ready for some more already. You know, all they got to do, I know they doing Europe in September and Australia, whatever. I ain't going that far. But if they, I take it back. If they was to do Europe, I would have to go. If they was to do Europe, I would go. If it was London, I didn't do London, kinda. They did Berlin, I would have to go. Germany, I would have to go. I already did Paris, Amsterdam. If they do like Denmark, I would definitely have to go to Denmark. That'd be like almost mandatory, I guess. I don't know, I have to check the current situation. But Spain and Russia, Moscow. Oh my God, Moscow's visa and all that is so tough to get, but that would be another one. That would be another one I would almost have to get. And plus I need to do a do-over on Moscow anyway, because I was so timid and apprehensive when I went before. You know, I kind of didn't really do nothing. I like old Moscow, another go around. So, coming back up on Hertz, not sure how many steps I walked. You know, let me see how long this has been. This has been on 24 minutes. Oh my God. No, I've been walking for 24 minutes talking? No. Gee, Monique. Maybe I did put in some work just now. That was 24 minutes. That means if I walk 24 minutes coming back this way, that means I walk 24 minutes going that way. So that might I might have just walked 5,000 steps. And and from walking from the Hearst place back to home, to my daughter's house, that'll give me about 10,000, over 10,000. Might get me 13,000. So look at me, god dang it. Look at how I'm doing it. Look at how I'm swinging on. And then I got granddaughter duty. So my daughter keep warning me. So you better be ready. You better be ready. So we gonna be ready. We gonna be ready. Even if I gotta go to Farrell or something, we gonna find something. But you gotta keep her occupied. You gotta be doing something. And not just to make her tired, physically tired, because I don't think that's possible. I don't think you can make her physically tired, but you can make her, mentally stimulated. Well, looks like the sign is off the door, so that's a good sign. So they got back. I knew they would. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna stop this and start it up when I start to walk back. How about that? And I'll splice them. I'm back. That didn't take long. I keep forgetting that, I do this so often with them. They know me, I know them. It's like bing, bing, boom, boom. So much of the formality ain't there. Just, hey, you want your paper receipt? And like, no, I'm good. I just basically just drop the keys off and leave. I don't even think they inspect the car no more or anything when I drop them off. Just be like, all right, bye. But anyway, it was a good show. I'm full. It's just so entertaining and so much fun. The crowd, the people, seeing familiar faces, Facebook people, meeting people, just the whole thing. Meeting the band, talking to the band, hanging out in the back, talking music, talking P-Funk, And, of course, me with the Steeler jersey in Pittsburgh. What else is there? You know what I mean? And then I come back, granddaughter sleep. 1 o'clock in the morning, she was asleep. So I had that time. I ate a salad, but then I had cookies and stuff afterwards. But I think I woke up at 2:05 this morning, which is not horrible. I think it was 2:05. I don't know why I wanted it to be 2:03, but I think it was 2:05. And so, which is not horrible. Considering, like I said, considering what I've been doing and where I'm at and all that. It's not horrible at all. And I come in, last night I get in at 1, about 12:30. My daughter up, granddaughter asleep. So we texting, and you can tell my daughter being real quiet. You can tell her being like real quiet, not moving, letting it sleep. Because when it wakes, let it sleep. And woke up this morning, come in my room. So when I get home last night, 12:30, ain't no Kool-Aid made. I had to make Kool-Aid, because I want a Kool-Aid with my salad. Just fun stuff to complain about. But at Mr. Joe's birthday party, her grandmother always gets her a gift bag no matter what she do. If she wake up, she get a gift bag. Just spoiling the hell out of her. Just, if she blinked twice, she get a gift bag. So, and Kimberly was like, nope. Kimberly was like, nope, don't bring that to our house. That goes to your house. Oh, because this is like, this is a bunch of gadgety toys. Just like little, cheap little toys that you get from 99-cent store or whatever. It's like, because she had her own, so she got her own gift bag. It's Mr. Joe's party, but she get her own gift bag. Oh, they're gonna San Francisco 49ers headquarters, DeBartolo. Every time I see somebody driving a Jeep Renegade, it's a female. I just got to come to terms with that, I guess. So, and Kimberly was like, nope, don't bring it. Don't bring that stuff. Nope, nope, nope. Because Kimberly been through it. You know, she got so many toy boxes and just putting things away. And granddaughter just, you know, they just open it up, it's all over the floor, everywhere. So so that gift bag after the party, she took and put it in my room. I was like, oh, you can just leave it in my room. She can play with it in my room. And Kimberly was like, okay. Kimberly was like, okay. Sure enough, I come in, it's just stuff spread all over the place. I mean, it's just, from that little bag, I'm like, what the heck? I think I took a picture of it. In fact, I did take a picture. If I was any kind of cool, I'd stop this and show you the picture of it. I'll practice that later. I should be able to pause it. I wonder if I can. I'll test that later. If I can pause it and then set up a scenario. No, I'll probably have to stop it. I would probably have to stop it. I don't know. Or find a way to change that picture. Anyway, I'll take a picture of it because I come in. Oh, shit. Oh! See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, see what I'm saying when I go through? You gotta watch. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that when he turned, he didn't see me. And I'm already walking through. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Anyhow, so I come in, it's flashcards and little trinkets and toys and this and that scattered all on the bed. But it was kind of a nice cool down, you know, I had to make Kool-Aid, make my salad. Because it was early, even after the hour ride from Pittsburgh to Youngstown, I was still home at 12:30. And the show was over, you know. They started at 8. When I see Mr. Curry back there at 8:01, I was like, ooh. Usually, Mr. Scheider or Kevin Oliver's always first. Kevin Oliver's always usually first. Mr. Thomas be over there on the side, sitting down. Him and Benny Cameron usually, he's sitting down over there. Mr. Bajosian comes in maybe like third. Mr. Scheider's, I think maybe like second. Kevin Oliver's first. Sometimes Mr. Scheider be first, but usually it's Kevin Oliver coming out. Mr. Curry comes out towards the back end. And Brazil definitely comes out almost last. Usually. Nope. Mr. Hampton comes out last. Nobody comes out later than Mr. Hampton. So I'm sitting there, you know, sitting on the ground with my back up against the stage separator, stage wall, you know, for the crowd. Front row, center secured, looking at people, fast lane. Funny thing about the fast lane too, they scan our fast lane tickets. I don't even think they scanned our regular tickets. But I got in. No, I think they scanned our. I don't think they did. I really don't think they scanned our regular ticket. I don't. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Let all these cars go. See, I can go now. I think. Now watch, as soon as I go this way, this week, he's gonna do something. And here comes these people. What's the Memorial Day parade? May 26th. 8 to 11:30 a.m. Memorial Day Parade. That's right, Memorial Day coming up. And you know what's funny? I hope y'all didn't see that booger on my nose. Was it? Oh, I got it facing the other way anyway, so. My birthday coming up, so I'm gonna get a hotel room at a casino. And it's only like $150 a night. Only like, whoa, shit. Only like $125 a night. Mud. Hit some mud and my foot slipped from under me. Only $125 a night. Came at $284. The only thing about that $284 is non-refundable. So I'm a little bit, even though I got the car set, I booked the tour at the stadium, 1:30. And I should be able to just walk over to the stadium from this hotel, which is gonna be nice, you know. And then go see Funkster and hang out at the casino. You know, I don't gamble or nothing, but you know, just hang out at the casino. See what it's like. I might like it. I might like the people and the, you know, the vibe and all that. Maybe I'll go play Keno or something. Do something social with the people. Not really social, but you know. Because my birthday, I take off, I go away. I ain't trying, because I'm not a compromising person anyway. It's hard for me to compromise in general. But on my birthday, forget it. That's why I never work on my birthday. That's not a good thing. Somebody asks me to do something, I'll be like, no. In my head, I'd be like, no. But you know, then I'm not a person to, because of the way I look at my integrity and my honesty and the way I handle things, the way I look at things, it's hard for me to do things I don't want to do without letting folks know I don't want to do them. That's just the way, you know, the way I am, the way I keep it real. You know, and I live by it. And I set my life up to where I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. You know, I have things in place that where usually if I don't want to go to work that day, I don't have to. You know, or something like that. Or if this happens, I could just bail. I don't have to be a part of that. I don't need you. I don't need that. You want to do that? Okay, you go ahead. I'll go back over here by myself. You know, and my life, I set my life to be independent like that, deliberately. So, for me to do something that I don't want to do, I'm not used to it. And I know that a lot of philosophies and social contracts or manners or politeness deemed that human beings do things that they don't want to do. It's like built in the fabric of a lot of societies or protocols or just understandings. You're gonna have to do things you don't want to do. And for the most part, yeah, there are things you're gonna have to do that you don't want to do. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But minimize them. minimize them to the point to where, you know, y'all know. They got a guitar center here. A guitar center. Yeah. I don't know if I walked this far before. You see the guitar center? Can y'all see it? I'm like, oh, they got a guitar center here. Good for them. Should go in there and just take a look. Because I know the guitar center where I'm at, Sherman Oaks, I think it's closed. I don't know if it's closed for renovation or closed. But it's closed. It was supposed to rain. So that's why I was apprehensive about making this walk. But I guess it ain't raining. I think 170 is below then. Is 170 below then? I'm not sure. I think 170 is Midlothian. Let me see if I can get this selfie. Just for kicks. Let me see if I can, oh, I gotta hold it. I gotta like hit the button. See if I go this way. See if I wish if I had the other camera I could just say shoot. Well, this doesn't look too bad. I could do it like this. That worked. That came out. You couldn't see my arm reaching over to press the shutter. Now I'm gonna put this back. No, I'm gonna leave it. If someone takes some more pictures. Just to see how they look in this resolution. You see me coming here, don't you? People, they see what I'm saying? Y'all didn't see that. You see me coming, he kept going. He's like, I can make it through there. I'm a human being, I'm a pedestrian. What are you doing? Like I'm a pedestrian, buddy. Let's just take this picture, see what it look like. Oh, that stays zoomed out. Oh, is it still zoomed out? That looks okay now. Well, at least now I'm back to where the sidewalks are. At least I'm back to where the sidewalks are now. That's good. Here it is, y'all. Come on. I remember when they built it. Sun come out, sun go in, sun go in, sun come out, sun go in. See what's going on up there? I don't know if you can see it. I can't see what you see. I got the camera so dim. And then looking at the light, I can't see anything. You can see. And then you got clouds over here, so you look like that's where all the action is, where I'm walking to the north. Look like I'm walking towards the action. I could probably look at weather radar and find out which way the clouds are going. But it was good. Tanisha was doing stuff again yesterday. Every now and then she got this nice little snap or nuance or move with the hip and shake and bounce or whatever that I like. It's interesting. And like I said, well, to be fair, you know, Kendra's first. Kendra's the number one. You know, when it comes to moving, the way she moves, Kendra, you know, just, but today should be doing stuff too that, and it's not so much the eye candy part of it, it's the rhythm on the beat. It spices up the visual rhythm, spices up the audio feel, the feel of the whole thing. Cause she'll hit some stuff, like with a hip move or this or that, on a beat that I wasn't thinking of or maybe wasn't even aware of. And she'll hit it, and I'm like, oh. And I can feel that, you know, she just do a little, or a little hip swoop, or where she like open her hips up or whatever. I'm like, oh, I seen that. And then sometimes she'll put like a little bit of energy in the move, a little extra chubby, you know, and I'm like, oh, you know. So that's always good. Prelude is always good. Rosie, of course, without being said. Funks and Jones is funny too. I don't know, did I tell a story about him not wanting to walk in front of the crowd? You know, he's so humble. I was like, go that way, man. He said, which way you gonna go? He gonna go around where there wasn't no people. I said, man, I said, it's your responsibility. As a star, you got to give it to the people, man. Come on, come on, come on. The next thing I know, he walked around that way. He out there preaching to him. He out there giving a sermon to the crowd. And I was like, man, for somebody so shy, you out there giving a sermon and whatnot, you know, about Boosie and stuff, about, you know, the funk and this and that. For somebody shy, you went into a full-blown dissertation. We had a good time. It was a good time. Good sound, nice small stage. It was good. My life was good. My life was really, really good. And probably one of the major parts about the whole thing, I really, really do truly believe that I could go back and answer phones and not be annoyed. And not, I think I really, right now, and I still got like a month. Today is what, the 20th? You gonna stop? Today is like what, the 21st? And I'm gonna go back June 25th. So I gotta schedule stuff for that. So that I don't have no unpaid. So I still got a month. A big chunk of that month is gonna be back here, which is something. And then I have about, I guess about maybe, I'm going back on the 10th. So I have about 15 days at home. We'll see how that's gonna work out with the situation. You know, just to be able to clear my head and get myself together. And by get myself together, I mean back off the Black and Mild, start eating right, getting my regiment. Even though I'll be getting my steps. I'll be getting my steps. So it ain't about that. I'll be getting my steps. It's more of a mental regiment, you know. More of a mental, psychological routine that I need to get back into. And I really do believe I really do feel like I could do it. And before I couldn't. I mean, it was a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, I was like, no, I don't even want to look at the app. You know, but now I feel like, okay. And, you know, hey, you know, in sports, Jeff, how can I help you there? I think I can, you know, I found enough room to give me some leeway. And in time, I'm also gonna be looking for another position to get out of there. I mean, not to get, to get out. Or maybe they could probably find something to modify my something. Because, you know, maybe they could just replace me. I don't want to have to go looking for another job because shit, the only thing I'm qualified for is to do what I'm doing and I don't want to do it no more. So I guess my best chance to make a change or to switch over and switch out. And it's the money, forget it, man, the money's, you know, I can't give up this money. You know, I still need the money. The money. So, and a chance of me going somewhere else and making this money is probably not high. Probably not high at all. So, and I really do, I'm just not saying that either. I really am just not saying that. I really do feel like, hey, you know, I feel like I can. When did I rent that car? What hours did I say? Because to get there here too, Because you know I like to be at the hotel when it's check-in time, if not earlier. It'd take an hour and a half to get there. So I'd have to leave like at 1:30. If I leave at 1, pick up the car at noon, walk up there, get the car, come back. Hell, I ain't even got a shower or dress, do I? You get the car, I'm about to go to Pittsburgh for my birthday. I could just wear my nasty clothes. The ones I'm wearing now that I walk in and stuff. I gotta figure all that out. They're cool up there anyway. They'll be ready for me. And then I wanna go see Funkster. If I can get up there early enough to go to P Haven and get Funkster knocked out before I check in the hotel, and that'll give me all that time. I'll have Thursday, I have Wednesday night, and then Thursday, I got the tour, and I have Thursday night. Of course, Friday, I'm gonna have to get up and get on the road, get the car back, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll see how that's gonna work out. Get up and get the car back, and then that means I gotta, take the car, drop it off, drop all my stuff off at home at my daughter's house, and then take the car back and then walk back, which is cool. That's how we do it. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's a Thursday or Friday. Dealing with my daughter's schedule, et cetera, et cetera. So you know how it goes. When we do what we do, how we do it when we do it. Just gotta get ready for it, I guess. Gotta be prepared. I'm just talking, people walking by, you hear me? You hear me go into automatic banter? All right, now I'm just rambling. But it's good. It really is good being Jeffery. It really, really is. I really, really, really love this existence on this planet. I really love my time on this planet. I really, really do. I really, really do. Probably spending too much money, but hell, I got it to spend. Let's just face it. I got it to spend. Yeah. In fact, when I get off here, I'm gonna go ahead and book that non-refundable hotel. That non-refund stuff. Woo. That non-refund stuff. Woo. The waterfall. I don't think we walked this far. What did we do? I don't think we walked past the waterfall. I guess we didn't make it that far or something. We was walking. How come we didn't see the waterfall? Yeah, I think we turned around after I got my certain amount of steps. And then we went to the park. Yeah, okay. How many did I just do now? I just did 29, 24. Been averaging about an hour. There go the geese. There go two of them I was talking about. You don't see them? Am I shooting them? I can't see. I got the screen so dim to save battery. Anyhow, swinging on y'all 2 times. For me, for the funk, and for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. The totality of it all, theory of universe, hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.